Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we welcome you all to today. If you know or if you have seen the poster, or some of you who don't know what we're doing here, if you are first time. So today we are celebrating Vyas Puja of His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj. Haribo. His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj ki. Okay. Just so I understand, how many of you have not attended Vyas Puja before? How many of you have not? Okay. Okay. Jai. So Prabhuji Mataji, so just to give you some context, so Srila Prabhupada says, and I'll just, as you can see on the screen, so this is what our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada says. So Srila Prabhupada says, Vyas means Guru, because he is our original Guru. You know Srila Vyasadev, so he has written all the scriptures. He is the literally incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? It is also said that Vyaso Uchishtatam Jagat Sarvam. So anything that we say or speak, wo Vyas ji ki jhuthan hai. As in, it has already been spoken by Vyasadev ji. We are simply repeating what he has said. So he is the original Guru. Yeah? And Vyas, if some of you are familiar with geometry, the English translation of Vyas is called diameter. And a diameter in a circle, it will touch every point. You understand that? If you visualize a circle and a diameter, it goes around, it will touch every point. That means it knows everything. It can touch every point or every circumstance. Who knows everything? Yeah. So that's what Srila Prabhupada referred. Vyas means Guru because he is our original Guru. And when spiritual master's birthday is observed, it is called Vyas Puja. So today we are celebrating the Vyas Puja, or the appearance, or the Avirbhav Mahotsav of His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj. His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj, today we are celebrating his 74th birthday, if you want to use that word. His actual appearance or Avirbhav was on 20th of June, which coincides with the Jagannath Rath Yatra. So we had Jagannath Rath Yatra in Puri, which is called Festival of Cards. How many of you attended Liverpool Rath Yatra yesterday? Okay. Those who have not attended, I encourage you to go on the Facebook of ISKCON Sydney and check out the pictures. You can get some darshans, you can get a feel of the event. It was such a wonderful, powerful atmosphere, such strong vibes, yeah, transcendental vibes. So please do that. So Jagannath Rath Yatra, it started in Jagannath Puri in India, and it has been happening there for thousands of years. So that is the day, appearance day of His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj. So we follow that calendar. So whenever there is Rath Yatra, his actual birthday is 28th June 1949. Just so I'm throwing another complication into your understanding of Vyas Puja. Please don't get confused. So we don't follow those dates. We follow as per the festival. We follow solar calendar. Yeah. So as per that tithi. So whichever day is Rath Yatra in Puri, that is the day we celebrate the appearance day of His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj. So 20th was the original date, and it was celebrated in Vrindavan, or the devotees across the world, they celebrated. But here in Sydney, because 20th was a working day, so we celebrated at home. I'm his disciple. So at home, the disciples, they celebrated at home. Then yesterday was Rath Yatra in Liverpool. So today was the right moment for us to get all of you. So the objective or the idea is to get all of you engaged in this process. Yeah? So that you all benefit from this. Yeah? So just going back to Prabhupada's statement. So the Vyas Puja means a spiritual master is representative of Vyas. Yeah? Are we all clear with that? Any questions? Any doubts? Yes, Prabhu. Okay, yes. So if we can move forward, we're expecting a lot of guests, a lot of attendees. Please move forward. Yeah, get yourself best of the seat. You can move straight in the front. If you're sitting at the back, you don't have to, move yourself where you're sitting. But please come forward, right? And Prabhu, I'll say Kirtan team, if you can sit here, Prabhu, then you have a nice, corner, and you don't have to move. So please, if I can get your attention, right? Like I said, this is not an ordinary event. We should understand what we are attending, what we are doing, right? We should have that curiosity, what is going on here. And then the next statement, please read that. The celebration of Vyas Puja is an expression of the gratitude that the disciple feels for the spiritual master. So this is an expression of gratitude towards the spiritual master. And it is just that I have taken initiation from Maharaj, but we are all here to glorify him. We are all here to benefit from his teachings, from his life. We are all here to celebrate, Maharaj's appearance. So we are all part of it. We are all one. There is no difference. Yeah. And then that feeling becomes reinforced when a disciple expresses one's own gratitude. So this will be a reinforcement. You will hear from the other disciples, from other devotees, how they have benefited from Maharaj's teachings, from his life. So this is the objective for us, to reinforce that feeling, yeah, and develop that respect, develop that gratitude, and ultimately love for Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, yeah, by learning from Srila Maharaj. Yeah. So we hear from each other and we share our feelings as well. And the objective is to develop the gratitude for the Supreme Personality of Godhead through glorifying the Guru Maharaj. Now, what is happening here, some of you who are new, we are offering Bhoga to the spiritual master, because this is his appearance day we're celebrating. So some well-wishers, they have cooked some special dishes for Maharaj. So we are offering that. When we offer that Bhoga to Maharaj, then once it is offered, then we take it out, it will be mixed with the feast items, and you all will get to partake. So when you go out, please don't go without taking prasadam. So this is what is happening here now. Now I will play Maharaj's class. I would like to hear Maharaj directly, so you can hear him for 10-15 minutes. And after that, we will have some disciples and well-wishers. They will come and speak about Maharaj. So first you hear him, so that you know him. Who is he? How does he look? How does he talk? Right? So Maharaj speaks in English, so you will be able, all we will be able to understand that. Only if I can manage to use my laptop. hotspot my. So, in this lecture, just to give you more context, Maharaj is talking about there is a prayer offered by Daksh Prajapati in Srimad Bhagavatam. Prachin Barhi, he had 10 sons. They are called Prachetas. And they went and performed severe penances under the water. And when they came out, actually before they went to do that penance, they had a direct audience with Lord Shiva. And then they went into the water, they performed that penance for many thousands of years. And when they came out, they saw there were trees grown everywhere. They were getting upset with that. They thought, how come Mother Earth is not livable? What has happened to Mother Earth? So out of the concern, they started killing the trees. But then there was a divine instruction for them, no, not to do that. And then they were advised that they will get married to one of the girls from the heavenly planets. And from that girl, they had a son called Daksh Prajapati. And then Daksh Prajapati, he started the progeny. And this prayer is, in this verse, Daksh Prajapati is offering a prayer. And this prayer is called Guhya. Guhya Hans prayers. So he's offering those prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Srila Maharaj is speaking on one of the verses from that prayers. Yeah? And Maharaj talks about how in this world there is a Yog Maya, there is a spiritual potency, there is a material potency. Yeah? Just so you are able to follow, I'm giving you the context. And Maharaj very nicely speaks about the difference and how the living entity is going around the circles. So please hear from Srila Maharaj. Prabhu, how the sound is not coming? Do we have His Grace Prabhava Prabhu here? Prabhava Prabhu? Is he here? Abhi nahi aaye? Okay. While we fix the audio, I'll keep talking. I don't know, Prabhu. Prabhu is the IT expert. His Grace Govind Charan Prabhuji, please, Prabhu, aap aa jaye. Can you speak? So,
It's not going to go there. You have to get it out of the speaker and then use the microphone. It's not going to go into the speaker system. This won't go like that.
okay. So while we're getting the audio to be fixed, I've requested. You do it. Yeah. So, Prabhuji Mataji, let me introduce His Grace Govind Charan Prabhuji. Govind Charan Prabhu, he was the head pujari here in Sydney Temple for many, many years. He used to do all the service here in the DT department. Prabhu, when did you move to Radha Govind? 1998. And you were here from when to when?
87.
Okay, so Prabhu was here from 87 to 1998. I think some of you were not even born then. So Prabhu comes from Fiji. He was here in Sydney 87 to 1998. He served in various departments. Then Prabhu got instruction from his Guru Maharaj to go and serve and live in Radha Govind. So Prabhu has been living in Sri Radha Kund since 1998. And now it's 2023. So nearly 25 years Prabhu has been living there. So please feel free to touch his feet if he allows you. You know, we will all benefit if we are able to get the dust from his lotus feet. He has come from Sri Radha Kund. It is not easy for anyone and everyone to be able to go to Radha Kund. What to speak of, touching someone or having their darshan. So Prabhu has been living in Vrindavan, Radha Kund, and Prabhu has associated with my Guru Maharaj very often. So I will request Prabhu to speak a few words and share his realization and glorify Guru Maharaj. His Grace Govind Charan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Radha Govind Maharaj ki, Radha Gopinath ki, Shri Gaur Nityay ki, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki, Nityay Gaur Premanandi. So Prabhuji requested me to say a few words. I am not qualified, but let me speak some words. I don't know it will be appropriate or no. Guru means heavy. Gu means darkness. Ru means light. So we say one prayer. Om Agyana Timaradantyasa Jnananjana Salakya Chakshurunumiltam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So we were in darkness and the spiritual master gave us this torchlight to come into brightness. So Prabhupada says, don't be hit by these words. It's very special. In one lecture, Prabhupada says that there is a stray dog on the street, everybody will hit with a stone and a stick. But once he has his master, nobody can touch him or her, doesn't matter. So like that, we are going into this 8,400,000 species of life and suffering and trying to enjoy in this material world, which we can never do. So the only way is, Prabhupada says, unless you get a spiritual master, you will always be in darkness and everybody will topple you. So Prabhupada said in Bhagavad Gita, he said, Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. This place is, Dukhalayam means a place of misery, and Ashashvatam means temporary. So I won't say much, they are ready for Maharaj's lecture. I will just tell one few incidents about Maharaj so that they can proceed with their program. There is an incident when Maharaj was feeling a little bit sick, and then his disciple from Ludhiana, Punjab, Radha Madhav Das, took his Gurudev to his house and saved him with whole heart. He used to take him to bathe and feed him nicely, everything. He used to do that to most of the senior Vaishnavas, and he used to come to me too. And was so humble. He was an advocate, advocate. But was so humble, down to earth. He used to come to me, prostrate dandvat. And when he speaks, so soft. This is quality of a Vaishnava, humility. So somehow Maharaj came back to Vrindavan, and one day Maharaj said that not tomorrow, that time, Bhagavan Krishna is coming to take my disciple Radha Madhav Das back home, back to Godhead, to the spiritual world. The disciples told me the story. And the next day he was lying in his bed in Ludhiana, Punjab, at his home. And the two children and wife and other devotees were in the room. They were all crying. And then Radha Madhav Das said, "You all don't cry. Shyam Sundar Bhagwan is coming to take me back home, back to Godhead, to the spiritual world." After that, he left his body. So we have to realize that once we get a spiritual master in life, that is the only way we can go back home, back to Godhead. Without that, we have to suffer life after life in this material world. Another story, then I will stop because we have got so many things to do. Maharaj got sick, and one of the disciples very close to me, they rang me from Vrindavan and they said, "What shall we do? Maharaj is very sick." So I said, "You come and do puja in Radha Kund and you will be all right." So they came and did puja and he became all right. So first time, second time, third time, they said, "Now Maharaj has said, don't stop me. I'm going back home, back to Godhead." So they rang me. I said, "Come on, come and do puja. You'll be okay." So they came and did puja. And then when they went back, Maharaj became all right and he started eating paratha. So we are very fortunate to have him around us. And his life history is very special. The disciples tell you. When he was a young boy in Bihar, he was there. He used to his father used to send him to school. He used to go in the sugarcane field and read Bhagavatam. And somehow he already told Maharaj was born in Jagannath Puri on Rath Yatra day. His father said to his mother, "Let's go to Jagannath Puri." And the mother said, "No, I'm not feeling well." And the father said, No, let's go." So they went, and that's how he appeared in this world to save us all. So if you ever go to Vrindavan, if you have some time, you can come and meet him through Prabhuji. And it's in one of the Vaishnava bhajans that "Abaro karuna karo Vaishnava Gosai." One time, please, Vaishnava Gosai, give your mercy. So in that there is a stanza, there says that Gangara sparsha hoile paschate pavan. If you take bath and drink Ganga Jal, it takes long time to purify. But in the second line it says, "Darshane pavitra karo, yahi tumhara gun." By just having darshan of you, I get purified. This is a special quality. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So if you have time, come and have at least one glimpse of him. You'll get a special mercy. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj ki jai. So, is His Grace Prabhupada Prabhu here? Prabhu, we lost the...
Due to the presence of the soul, all senses work. So, this material world is made of two energies of the Supreme Personality of God, Para and Apara. Para Prakriti means superior or spiritual energy. The living entity is also spiritual. Everywhere there are spirits, all everywhere, souls in every body, even in grass, insects, or demigods, or human beings, everywhere is Krishna. So everywhere there is
projector, change the projector.
Yes, thank you.
Prakriti. And also, actually the king of material world is
Please,
queen, is
I hope you
Opera-
here.
inferior energy.
Please move forward.
So,
There is more people coming.
those who are Hans or transcendentalists, they pick up spiritual things, they reject material. Just like in this material world, Tulsi plant is spiritual. So Vaishnavas accept that Tulsi plant, they reject tobacco. They do not like. Those who are very attached to the material world, they can accept any flower or any leaves, anything. But Vaishnavas give so much respect to Tulsi. Why? Because Tulsi is related with the Supreme Personality of God. And there are so many places also which are spiritual, just like Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, Haridwar, Mayapur, Dwarka. These places are connected with the Personality of God. So although there are so many inconveniences, still Vaishnavas love Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri. This is called adopting spiritual life. And those who like Vrindavan, Mayapur, Navadvip, those who are interested in devotional service, they naturally reject material things. They do not like to enjoy. So they are called Hans. And among them who are super class there, and supermost, they are called Paramhans. Generally, in Shastra, when we utter this Hans word, this is for God Himself. Because God has created this material world, but He is not interested in enjoying this material world. And living entity is always interested in material world, always. So much attached to any person or anything or any place. So many persons, so much attached, just like I have seen in India, so many persons try to come to America. They think that if I go to America, that is very nice. But this consciousness is not very good consciousness actually. So they like any material place for their enjoyment. But those who are really Mahatma and Paramhans, they do not like. And they like anything spiritual. So Krishna is a Hans or Paramhans. He has created, he is maintaining, he is the controller, he is everything. He is master, he is father, he is mother, he is witness. Everything is Krishna, but still he is not attached to this material world. And in this Hansa Guhya prayer, this quality of Krishna is described mostly. How Krishna has created this material world, but still he is not attached at all. It is said that Krishna creates this material world. He maintains this, but he annihilates also.
Just one point, Prabhuji Mataji. Once again, because we haven't heard the lecture from the beginning. So the question was, or the point that Maharaj is elaborating on is, if the Supreme Lord is in everybody, if He is inside us and we are all attached to sense gratification, then does it mean because Krishna being inside, is He also enjoying the sense gratification by being inside us? So this is a question, or this is an argument from someone. If He's inside me and I'm saying I'm going for sense gratification, then is He also enjoying? Is that why He's inside me? Then why is He not annihilating everything? Why is He not pushing me? Yeah. So this is what Maharaj is trying to explain. Yeah. I'll play it again. So, and we'll play for another 5 minutes, and then you can hear the lecture at your own time afterwards, because we have certain things to go on. But I just want you to have a feel of Maharaj's Vani, his voice.
We do not see that when a person creates or begets any child or creates any house, constructs any house, he himself destroys. No. But Krishna is the destroyer also. It means he is not attached at all. He has created this material world only for our sake, only for living entities. Otherwise he is fully satisfied in his Vaikuntha Dham. He has nothing to do with this material world. Sometimes he comes here, but his tour or his travel to this material world is not meant for his pleasure actually. He has said in Srimad Bhagavad Gita that sometimes I come here, jada jada dharmasya glani bhavati. When there is glani, decline of religious principles, then I come here. What is purpose? Why you come again and again? The Lord said, Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya chatuskrtam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavani jugeju. I come here to protect sadhus and to kill demons or subdue demons and to establish dharma. I come here. God never says that in Vaikuntha I am depressed, so sometimes I come to material world and I feel some relaxed. He said I come here to protect sadhus, to kill demons and to establish the principles of dharma. When there is establishment of dharma, then I go. God does not like to come here actually. When demigods pray Krishna at the shore of Kshir Samudra, oh Lord, please come, without your help we cannot do anything. Even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Indra, they pray the Supreme Personality of Godhead, please come, we are your servant, we are executing your order. We are abiding your order, we are doing according to your order, but we have no power to control a demon like Hiranyakashipu or gods. Please come. So he comes. And when dharma is established here, all the demons are killed, and sadhus are protected, the same demigods, again they pray, oh my Lord, now everywhere dharma is established, everything is okay, and if you like you can return your Lord. But please come, when you go to Vaikuntha, please come through our residence. We want to do your reception. They have prayed in Srimad Bhagavatam.
So, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Mataji, now we have to pause this. But like I said, at your own time you can watch this lecture. But one of the statement Maharaj makes is, the Lord doesn't want to come here. It is as if you don't want to go to the toilet too often. So that's how this place is compared to. Why would you want to come back here again and again? So this place is Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. It is full of miseries. There is no happiness here. So the only purpose we give him human birth is to glorify the Supreme Lord and go back home, back to Godhead, where there is always happiness. There is never-ending happiness. Yeah. So I'll let you hear that class again. Now I'll request His Grace Prabhava Prabhu. Prabhava Prabhu is one of the youngest disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhava Prabhu, please, if you can, please stand. Okay. Oh, you want to sit and speak? Yeah. So Prabhava Prabhu lives in Melbourne. Just so when you see him next time, please, if you pass by him, just pay your obeisances to him, say Hare Krishna to him, greet each other. But yeah, Prabhupada Prabhu lives in Melbourne, and he was visiting in Sydney, so we kindly requested him to speak a few words. So essentially, he is Maharaj's god brother. So what a great opportunity to hear from such a senior personality. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Dashatarine Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. So I don't really know that much about Radha Govind Maharaj, but we all know the glories of the Vaishnavas, and every one of us are very special in a way that we are all serving Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada is ISKCON movement, and we know that Maharajji is preaching in particular in India and in Hindi. Yeah, so Srila Prabhupada actually wanted to preach and establish Krishna consciousness in India. In the beginning, you all know from the scripture Lilamrita, but of course we know that it wasn't easy for him, so he was chosen to go preach Krishna consciousness in the US. But we have the stalwart devotees like Radha Govind Maharaj, who is also disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and there's a story how he met Prabhupada actually, and I think we should understand that when Krishna, like he was saying, Krishna doesn't like to come to this world, and obviously he left the service for his devotees to do in this world. So these great devotees, they are the representative of Krishna and Srila Prabhupada, and so they are always here to spread Krishna consciousness. So we are not alone. We have Radha Govind Maharaj, we have so many other devotees, so we're not alone. And we can be very confident that we can very boldly preach Krishna consciousness because we have the help of such great devotees in the present day. You know, sometimes we say, oh, Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago, so long ago. But we don't really know what Krishna is, but we can understand Krishna's devotee and the spiritual master. They give their blessing unto us so we can carry on with our service. So we're like the tools in the hand of Krishna. Actually, Krishna is doing everything, but he's allowing us to serve him. So he left service for us to do. Like Srila Prabhupada, he said, he is spiritual master, and the spiritual master of his spiritual master, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he could have done everything himself long ago, but he left some service for us to do. That is the mood of us, that whatever we accomplish we do in preaching Krishna consciousness, establish temples, etc., but it's actually done by the mercy of Guru, the spiritual masters. If we can be a good disciple of our Guru, that gives us the criteria or blessings of our spiritual master. If we become a good disciple of our Guru Maharaj, that we become the Guru. Because the Guru, they were first disciple of their Guru. So it's not that, like somebody was saying, Guru means heavy. Heavy with knowledge. Not that he's so heavy, he's crushing you. He is heavy at knowledge. He is giving you the transcendental knowledge. He is also known as sadhu. Sadhu means it's like a knife who cuts the ignorance in our heart. Blessings of the sadhu, they can be very heavy with knowledge that tells you the truth that you are rotting in this material world. Come out from this world, come to Krishna. He's showing the path to go to Krishna. So similarly, Krishna himself comes in this world. Like he said, Maharaj said Krishna doesn't like to come. So Krishna, he arranges his pure devotees to come here, his representative to come here. The spiritual master is a representative of Krishna. So if you can be a good disciple of your Guru Maharaj, you are a tool in the hand of your spiritual master. So today is Vaysa Puja, appearance day. It's just like we celebrate the appearance of Lord Krishna, like Janmashtami, and also the appearance of his devotees is just as important. If you want to glorify Krishna, you also have to have the blessing of the Guru, the spiritual master, the Vaishnavas. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. So by the mercy of Guru, one gets Krishna, and by the mercy of Krishna, one gets Guru. This is how it works. The spiritual masters there to bless us. So today is such a special day, and like any other days, the days when the Vaishnavas appear, they disappear. They're always here in instructions. It's not that they're gone. And it's not that on the appearance day of your spiritual master, you're all riled up. He's here in his instruction. Every day we can take up Krishna consciousness enthusiastically because we feel the presence of a Guru every day, because you are following the instruction of your Guru. You can know Krishna through the instruction of your spiritual master, because then you will feel the presence of your Guru. Guru is there in his Vani, instructions. Prabhupada was in the US under a tree. But he said, I feel the presence of Vrindavan. I feel the presence of my Guru right here in New York, under this tree, Tompkins Square Park. So Prabhupada, he said that. So similarly, Radha Govind Maharaj and many other spiritual masters in the Hare Krishna movement, they are present here today. We can see them and we can associate with them. We can communicate with them because they are here at present. How lucky we are. So Prabhupada, he was here 1977, he left this world. Actually, he never left, because he is here, his instructions. Prabhupada was reading his own book. So one devotee said, Prabhupada, you wrote the book, why are you reading it? He said, I didn't write the book, Krishna wrote it, so I have to read it. So that means all these spiritual masters, they're representative of Krishna. And we're so lucky we can witness them, we can see them. Personally, we can see them, we can talk to them. That's how fortunate we are. So, right now, we are so fortunate that we can now talk to them and associate with them, wherever they are. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was here 500 years ago, Krishna was here 5,000 years ago. But they're their representative, and they are here right now. That's why I said before, you can know Krishna, you can know Krishna's devotee, and they can inspire us, these spiritual masters. They can inspire us to know Krishna. You can know Krishna by the blessing of the Guru, the spiritual master. It's not the Guru so heavy, they'll crush you. When I met Prabhupada, he was really cool. Everybody saw Prabhupada, oh, sadhu. No, he was so merciful, so loving, and he's so sweet. We want to associate with him. You know, they were crazy to be around Prabhupada. Prabhupada, you know, if you see pictures of Prabhupada and videos of Prabhupada, they're surrounded by all Americans, Europeans, big guys. Prabhupada is very short, like my size. But everybody was down at his lotus feet. But he wasn't thinking, I'm so great. You listen to me. But Prabhupada was always looking at the deities. Every temple you go in ISKCON, even here, you see the deity of Srila Prabhupada looking at the deity. They made the altar in such a way that Prabhupada is seeing the deity of the temple. And he had tear in his eyes. He is thinking how I can help the poor people of Kali Yuga. Compassionate, most compassionate, genuine compassionate, not just a talk, genuine compassionate. So Radha Govind Maharaj also, when he was talking, just now he was talking, he said, Krishna doesn't like to come to this world. Prabhupada was the same. I've heard Prabhupada say, I don't want to go to the material world. Krishna said, you have to go, I'm telling you. He said, don't worry, you go there, I will protect you, I will be there. So Radha Govind Maharaj same. That's why I said, we are so fortunate, these people now we can see them with our own eyes. So, what's your name? Vandavada Prabhu, he organized this program today. And it's so nice. Like I said before, it's not like Janmashtami, hey, Hare Krishna, and Shri Krishna Janmashtami ki. We're very enthusiastic, Krishna's appearance. Similarly, if we can also today appreciate and enthusiastically praise and glorify our spiritual master, it's just as important, like Janmashtami. And he will bless us. The spiritual master, don't think they don't know. They're far away, he's not listening. How can you talk so many things? He's not even here. That is your opinion. But he's accepting. That's the system. He can hear you. Maybe you ask him, did you hear what I was saying? Maybe he did. But there is a spiritual connection. Don't think everything is on the mobile phone. Millions and millions of years ago, there was no mobile phone. Trene Brahma Hidayadi Yad Kavanti Mura Surayaha. Krishna spoke to Brahma with the flute, heart to heart. Transcendental transmission. So, the spiritual master, they can hear us from heart to heart. Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Peach. This morning class, there's this word Prasade. And Prabhupada explains it, gratitude. Prasadam doesn't mean you get prasad. Mercy, gratitude, thankful. The spiritual master is there to help us. But be thankful to Guru, who takes so much trouble to initiate us. You guys say, I'm initiated. Means you have to follow the orders of your Guru. It's not a fashion. I have a Guru now. I remember my parents in India, I was small, they were crazy to get initiated by somebody, whoever. Diksha, and I thought, wow, Diksha, I want to. It's not like you get a lottery or something. You're initiated means you got an opportunity closer to Krishna, to serve Krishna. He's showing us the path to serve Krishna. You were born in a family of a doctor, that doesn't make you a doctor. You have the opportunity to become a doctor. They can instruct you. We still have to work at it. So similarly, we are so fortunate that we initiated. We have such wonderful gurus that they can guide us to spiritual world. So we are really fortunate. So you have to be connected to Krishna through Guru Parampara. Chain of disciplic succession. Chain. So the spiritual master Krishna says, he himself had a guru. Bhagavan, what is the need of becoming a guru? He's the ultimate guru. But he's showing us, no matter who you are, you have to have a guru, the spiritual master, because they bless us to connect us to Krishna. It's like a contract. You have to make a contract. Today from here, I'm your disciple. But doesn't mean you're going to not touch the floor anymore. You're flying. You have to still work at it to become a better disciple, a better Vaishnava. Then pray to your Guru Maharaj. Please help me to become a better disciple. How I can serve you nicely. Like every day we're praying to Radha Gopinath. deeply. But what are you praying for? How I can serve you nicely. That's the whole process. We don't want anything. So a spiritual master tells you not to eat, don't eat. That's the standard of a good disciple. So today is Vaysa Puja. Vaysa Puja means a representative Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva who wrote the Bhagavatam. The representative of Krishna. What is Bhagavatam means? The description of Bhagavan, how to serve Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, Krishna. So Vaysa Puja is a day when we talk about the glories of our spiritual master. And when the spiritual master is happy, satisfied, then Krishna is satisfied. That's how it works. If the spiritual master is not happy, he's very easy to please. Srila Prabhupada was really easy to please. Even I was a small kid, like this, the age of this kid, 6 years. I was thinking, wow, Prabhupada is like, and everyone is so crazy to see Prabhupada, all the Westerners. We didn't have any Indians back then. Then I first saw him, he's a so easy person to deal with, like to see. He called for kids to come in front of Prabhupada. I was a little scared because they were making me like really very scared because Swamiji, we went in front of him and he was giving the kids sweets. My mother gives sweets. People give you sweet. Swami is giving the sweets. There's the blessing. They're very merciful. Spiritual master is very merciful. At the same time, they're heavy with knowledge. Soft like a rose and angry. You can get angry. Very hard like a thunderbolt. But it's all mercy. Like they always say in Australia, it's all good. Even if it's not good, it's all good. Right? You don't know what is good or old or bad. All good. But when Prabhupada said it, it's really good. And we saw, Prabhupada was so merciful, extremely merciful. And Radha Govind Maharaj, I just saw him in the video. He was sitting very simple, like a real cool person. Very happy. So we sometimes scared. So in front of Krishna is most merciful, Supreme Lord. And you see here Radha Gopinath here. Look at them, they're so sweet and so beautiful. And very small, they can fit in this altar. Some temples are huge deities, like Radha Madhava and Mayapur. And they're blessing you. Why does Radharani has a hand like this? She's blessing you. That's why sadhus, they always bless on the head. They're touching the head, they're blessing you. So Prabhupada is here to bless us. So today is a unique day, and this Sunday, so many people are here. Actually, I've been here before the temples, they have more people. I don't know where they are. Yeah. If you come here, and today is the day to be here, they get extra mercy. By the mercy of Radha Govind Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
His Holiness Radha Govind Das Goswami Maharaj ki. So there are a couple of very important points that Prabhu mentioned in his speech. So one is the position of the spiritual master, and then Prabhu also mentioned that Vaishnava are non-different from Krishna. Yeah. Narottam Das Thakur, he says that when he is praying to the spiritual master, he says, Tomara Hridaya Sada Govinda Vishram. And Govinda Kohe Namora Vaishnava Pran. In your heart, Govinda is always there. So that's what we pray to the spiritual master. And then that statement is again reaffirmed because Govinda is saying that I also live in the hearts of pure Vaishnavas. Yeah. So that is why we ask for the dust from the lotus feet of the spiritual master, that they be merciful to us. Yeah. And as Prabhu said, Radha Govind Maharaj, very simple. I'll just share with you some small things. Once Maharaj used to go and preach in Mumbai temple, and once some of the devotees from Mumbai temple, they wanted to come and take darshan of Guru Maharaj. And on that day, when the devotees were to arrive, Maharaj got up very early in the morning. He got up at 1:30 a.m. He got up at 1:30 a.m. and the other devotees, the disciples, they heard some noise. They said, what's going on? Looks like somebody is here doing something. And then they heard the noise, they followed the noise, and they reached the lifts, the escalators, or elevators, elevators. So they reached the lifts, and in the lifts they saw His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj. He was cleaning the lifts. He was washing the lifts. Because those days in India they would eat pan, what is it called? Beetle. They will eat that and they will spit in the lifts. So Maharaj took a cloth and he was cleaning. He said, because they are coming far away from Mumbai to meet me, it is my duty to make this environment is all cleaned up. It should be presented so nicely. And then the disciple said, Maharaj, why you are doing this? You could have told us to do it. Maharaj said, no, this is my duty. See? So this is the simplicity of a pure Vaishnava. He wanted to welcome them and he wanted to perform that service himself without asking someone else to do. Yeah. So such is the nature of Maharaj. Now I'll request His Grace Ghanshyam Govinda Prabhu to please come and speak about Guru Maharaj. Ghanshyam Govinda Prabhu, if you don't know him, Prabhu please come. Yeah. Ghanshyam Govinda Prabhu is leading our ISKCON Sydney Yatra, and Prabhu has been so tirelessly working hard to make this place so comfortable for all of us. Comfortable not as in come and relax here, comfortable as in to be able to come and take darshan of the Supreme Lord and progress in our spiritual quest. His Grace Ghanshyam Govinda Prabhu.
Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, His Holiness Radha Govind Das Goswami Maharaj ki. Hare Krishna. We welcome you all for this beautiful festival of the appearance day of His Holiness Radha Govind Das Goswami Maharaj. Thank you, Prabhu, for that inspiring talk on understanding about the qualities of Guru and taking shelter. One point which Prabhu mentioned, it went deep in my heart, was Srila Prabhupada is very easy to please. Normally when we think about great personalities, they are very difficult to please. Try to go and get an audience with the world's most richest person, very difficult. But the ultimate richest person is Sri Radha Gopinath. You can come and get his audience anytime. So Srila Prabhupada was also exuding that beautiful quality of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was performing his Leela as Nimai Pandit, as a great learned scholar of Vedic philosophy, and he was teaching Nyaya, or the philosophy of logic. Whenever the students would come to attend his classes, he would see them, look at their faces, and if he doesn't see tilak on their face, and as I look around, I see only half of you are wearing tilak. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would say, if you don't have tilak on your face, then your face is like a crematorium. And then he would send all his disciples home, whoever who didn't have tilak. He would send them back, they would wear tilak, and then they'll come back. So in one such instance, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, of the many definitions that's given for the devotees or the Vaishnavas of the Lord, generally when we say Vaishnavas means worshippers of Vishnu, worshippers of Krishna, or devotees of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in one instance, he says, a Vaishnava means he or she, when seen, should remind one of Krishna. So if you look at a devotee, simply looking at the tilak on their face, you will immediately remember Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, that is a Vaishnava. So becoming a Vaishnava is very easy. In another instance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, to identify a Vaishnava is very easy. In a group, you see whoever who says name of Krishna, how many times? Even once. Then he says, such a person is a Vaishnava. And then they ask, who is a better Vaishnava? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, whoever chants Krishna's name twice or all the time. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And third time when they ask who is the best Vaishnav, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, whoever who chants Krishna's name all the time, and in their company, others are also inspired to chant. Such a person is the greatest Vaishnava. So extending that understanding, if you think about His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj, when you think about Radha Govind Maharaj, first thing that comes to your mind is Srimad Bhagavatam, which is also Krishna. We are going to have a kirtan ceremony later today at 7:30, commemorating the disappearance of His Grace Indra Prabhu. When you think of Indra Prabhu, what comes to your mind first? Holy name, pure Vaishnav. So amongst many disciples of Srila Prabhupada, everyone is very expert in expanding the movement of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The greatest contribution of many of his disciples is endless. However, just like you'll have your own favorite in everything, we can see amongst the many contributions of His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj, perhaps the greatest one is how much he loved Srimad Bhagavatam, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and how much he inspired everyone to read Srimad Bhagavatam. In this room, how many of you have read Srimad Bhagavatam, even a little? Put your hand up. Wonderful. Those of you who haven't started reading, today is a wonderful day for you to start. You can approach our book table and you can see how you can take a set of Srimad Bhagavatam with you. When we take a set of Srimad Bhagavatam, the thing which scares us the most is the size. But then if you hear Maharaj's class, he would narrate Srimad Bhagavatam in a way which even a little kid can understand. What's the proof that it impacted even kids? You look at some of the greatest preachers of Srimad Bhagavatam even now. You take Lal Govinda Prabhu, Amarendra Prabhu. They have all started hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Radha Govind Maharaj, and they themselves have become such wonderful preachers of Srimad Bhagavatam. Pure Vaishnava is one who, when seen, remains one of Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, Pure Vaishnava is one who is always chanting Krishna's name 24/7, reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. And Pure Vaishnava is one in whose company everyone else is also inspired to worship Krishna, to chant Krishna's name. There are many pastimes associated with the Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada also, how just with the first meeting he recognized about the greatness of Srila Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj. So when he approaches one of his Siksha Gurus, he tells him to go and take initiation from Srila Prabhupada. So Radha Govind Maharaj, he then approaches Srila Prabhupada, introduces himself, and then he says, I would like to meet you. Then Srila Prabhupada says, okay, you can come. I'll be visiting this place again. You can come and meet me. Then Radha Govind Maharaj goes there to meet Srila Prabhupada, I suppose in Vrindavan. But when he goes to see Srila Prabhupada, he couldn't recognize. Because the first time he met, it was on an evening, there wasn't much light, so he couldn't see who he is talking to. So he was just waiting. Many devotees are there around. He is also waiting, and he just happened to be standing right next to Srila Prabhupada. Just like how sometimes Krishna would play games with his devotees, playing hide and seek. Prabhupada pulled one such leela with Maharaj. He told Maharaj, as he was talking, Maharaj was actually telling Srila Prabhupada, so Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is Krishna. Prabhupada says, no, that's not Krishna. This is just a devotee of Krishna. Then Maharaj, he is still a youngster, barely 20 years old. He started arguing back with Prabhupada. No, Lord Chaitanya is Krishna. Prabhupada says, no. This is just a great devotee of Krishna. So it went back and forth, and at one point, Maharaj, as an youngster, preacher of Bhagavata philosophy lost his cool and he told Prabhupada, without knowing it's Prabhupada, that keep quiet, you don't know anything. Then Prabhupada just smiles at him and he goes inside. And he's still waiting to see Srila Prabhupada because he didn't realize that he had met Prabhupada. So as he goes in, then one of the disciples comes out and he takes Maharaj inside. And then as he goes in, walks on veranda, and then he sees Srila Prabhupada coming, doing Hare Krishna. Then Maharaj also said Hare Krishna. Then Prabhupada sat on the asana and he says, I am Prabhupada. And then Prabhupada says, now only, this is a very confidential pastime that only Prabhupada and Maharaj know. And he's still a youngster, mind you. He has come to take a shelter of his spiritual master. And when he's realizing, he's now thinking, oh my God, I've corrected my spiritual master. And then Prabhupada was seated. All his disciples were seated at his lotus feet. As Prabhu mentioned, Prabhupada was always flanked by so many young disciples. And then Prabhupada actually says, pointing at Maharaj, he says, Prabhupada first laughs, devotees couldn't understand why. But then again, Maharaj is feeling embarrassed. Actually, this pastime was narrated by Maharaj himself in one class. And then Prabhupada is saying, he knows who Lord Chaitanya is. And then Maharaj, feeling embarrassed, is lowering his head. And then Prabhupada says again, when I told you Chaitanya is not Krishna, he is just a devotee, you chastised me. I really like it. Like that Prabhupada says. So Prabhupada could see from the onset how much Maharaj loved the mission of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how much he devoted his life, how much taste he had for reading Srimad Bhagavatam. There are many unique instructions which Srila Prabhupada has given to many of his disciples. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he goes to South India, he sees one Acharya, one Bhagavat Kalakar. All he was doing was just reading from Srimad Bhagavatam and preaching Srimad Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so touched by his devotion to Srimad Bhagavatam, he comes and tells him, in Kali Yuga, the Yuga Dharma is to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but for you I am giving you instruction. All you have to do is just read and keep on preaching Srimad Bhagavatam. It's there in Chaitanya Lila. He is called Bhagavatacharya for obvious reasons. Because 24/7 all he was doing is just reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. So to Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada gave him this instruction to study his books deeply and to preach to the whole world, to make the philosophy of Srimad Bhagavatam accessible. And we can see how devotedly Maharaj has carried out that instruction, not only following it himself, but he had prepared this new breed, new group of preachers who are taking the Bhagavad Katha to every nook and corner of this world. So much so that now when we think of Srimad Bhagavatam, of course we think of Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, but we can't stop from thinking great stalwart preachers like Maharaj. So on this day, let us take shelter of Maharaj, let us take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is so dear to our Srila Prabhupada, which is so dear to Maharaj. And let's beg for his mercy that we develop at least a little taste to, first of all, read Srimad Bhagavatam of Srila Prabhupada and distribute sets of Srimad Bhagavatam. His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj ki Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki Samaved Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari.
Thank you. Yeah, as Prabhu said, if we were to describe Maharaj's character in 2 words, he can be called Bhagavat Brahmar. You know the meaning of Brahmar? Brahmar is a bee or bumblebee, same thing. You know what does bee do? She will go and take the honey out of the flowers. And she will take something out of the flowers and then she will convert it into the real honey for us to consume. Can you take something out of the flower yourself and consume it? No, you cannot. So that's the service that Guru Maharaj has done. He's called Bhagavat Brahmar. He has taken the essence out of Srimad Bhagavatam. As Prabhu was saying, you can hear, anybody can hear Bhagavat from Srila Guru Maharaj, and it will be so easy to understand. Everything prepared. So he has taken the essence out of it. So much so, once Maharaj, he used to read Srimad Bhagavatam so much, his father once chastised him. And his father told him, "Ye Bhagavat tumko bhukha maregi. Because of your so much reading Srimad Bhagavatam, you're gonna die of hunger." Because he was not studying at school. And the normal routine is for children, they go to school, you study, you get good grades, you get a good job. But his father was worried. There were 5 brothers and 4 sisters. A big family to raise. So father was saying, if you don't study, Bhagavat tumko bhukha maregi. And then Maharaj himself says, during one of his lectures in Surat, Maharaj is saying, now because of my Bhagavat preaching, I'm going to die because of eating. Because everywhere I go, people are offering me so many things. Look at the bhoga. Right? Look at how lovingly devotees have prepared so much. So Maharaj says, wherever I go, they're just feeding me. So this is what Bhagavatam has done to me. Right? So Maharaj is Bhagavat Brahmar. He's he can take essence, and you hear his lectures. I really highly recommend all of you, if you're not hearing, please go and listen to his lectures. Yeah. And another point, as Prabhu said, it's not like Janmashtami. I want to make a mention that all of Srila Prabhupada's disciples, if you take a note, they all have a special date. If you look at their appearance day, like Guru Maharaj on Rath Yatra day, Srila Prabhupada on Nandotsav, right? His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj, Ashadi Ekadashi. Right? So there is a special significance. You go and look at all the Maharajas, all the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they have all appeared with a special purpose. To serve humanity, to glorify Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. So it's not just a coincidence, it's an arrangement of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. Now I'll request His Grace Shubh Krishna Prabhu to please come and speak a few words and glorify Srila Maharaj. A lot of you would know Shubh Krishna Prabhu. He is once again, one of the tireless volunteers who is always running around trying to fix things up. So let's please welcome Shubh Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radha Govind Maharaj Prabhu. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paschatta Deshatarine. His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj Ki Jai. Glorifying Maharaj is like, a child is trying to glorify his father. So I feel that way. And then we have Prabhu sitting here, who is a Prabhupada disciple. So I feel, what am I going to speak about? But I have few things which I want to share. Maharaj, right from his childhood, was a very intelligent boy. And it is like in the Hindi, there is a saying, Put ke paon palle mein. There is not a direct translation to that, but you can identify a child in his childhood just by looking at him, the way he's acting, how brilliant he is. So that's how he was. And his memory was so sharp, though he was not going to the school, but he used to remember all the Lord's pastimes very easily, and he could narrate them as they have written in the book. That's how he was. Once there was a debate competition in the school on Surdas, who is the best poet. So he could say that Surdas is like Suraj, like sun, and Tulsidas is like moon. And all other poets are like stars around. So he won the competition. He got the first prize because of this analogy that he gave, So for a child, this giving this kind of a debate and this kind of comparison was so beautiful that he gave.
And once he came in contact with Prabhupada, and his pastimes in Vrindavan was that, he could by heart Bhagavatam, one canto every day. Just imagine. So one canto every day he could by heart, and he could narrate without opening the book. And once one devotee came to listen Bhagavatam from him, and Guru Maharaj started reciting Bhagavatam up to fifth canto without even looking at the Bhagavatam. Just look at the memory that he had and the power of his memory, that he could remember the 5 cantos continuously, he could recite them. And he could explain the translation and the purport that Prabhupada has written, So it was such a beautiful memory, and his devotion, his dedication to Bhagavatam. So beautiful was it. His simplicity, if we talk about, then once he was traveling to Amritsar in Punjab, devotees who came to pick him up, they thought that, Maharaj must be in the first class. Must be traveling in the first class compartment. So they stood in front of the first class compartment. Maharaj came out of third class compartment. It was probably general compartment, wearing a slipper, bathroom slippers on his feet, and very simple clothes. Such simplicity in him. And he just came out of that compartment, and devotees were, Maharaj, we thought that you will be the first class. I said, why? I can travel in the general compartment. Why should I go in the first class? Others are sitting, I can also sit there. So that is simplicity he had. Once in Madhya Pradesh, in India, he was traveling to preach, and a devotee came, and it was the university in which he was going to speak about on the convocation ceremony, and Chancellor was also invited for that program. So Maharaj on the bicycle sitting behind a devotee and was going to the program. So when they reached the program, he got down from the bicycle, and the chancellor saw him, this 27, 28-year boy, he's going to sit here and he's going to speak about for half an hour? For 1 hour? No, I'll give only half an hour. So he decided to give half an hour. So once Maharaj started speaking about whatever was the topic that was given to him, I don't know about that. But when he started speaking, and he just 25 minutes after he started speaking, he stopped. He thought that he was only 5 minutes given. So he asked for the questions, that if anybody has question. So student science have started saying, no, we want to hear more. They're saying or. So then Maharaj spoke. Then he asked for what's his time that is given. They said another half an hour. So then Maharaj spoke for 1.5 hours after that. And people were so astonished there and Chancellor was absolutely, he was so happy to see that such a young boy can speak so much and fluently in English, and that he can give lecture. And all the boys were, impressed by his lecture. Such a beauty in his complete, in his life, that he has given simplicity, memory, intelligence. All these are the qualities that all devotees should have. And like Prabhu said and Ghanshyam Prabhu said, each one should buy Bhagavatam and take from the bookshelf. So I remember Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj also said that that people take Bhagavad Gita as it is, keep that as it is, don't read it. So please take Bhagavad Gita as it is, take Bhagavatam, don't keep them as it is. Please read them. If you don't understand, attend some classes. We have so many classes going on, Bhakti Shastri. Please attend them, and then you will get the knowledge. Like Radha Govind Maharaj has, he is preaching Bhagavatam everywhere. He is the, Bhagavatam on the wheel all the time. He does Bhagavad Gita everywhere in the world. So just imagine what is the power of Bhagavatam. So please take this lesson on this Vaysa Puja day, and make sure that you attend Bhagavatam, listen to his classes, and listen to his lectures wherever possible. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yeah, Maharaj's memory, as Prabhu said, once Srila Prabhupada was giving a lecture in Vrindavan, and Prabhupada asked, can someone translate the lecture in Hindi? So Guru Maharaj said, yes, Prabhupada, I can translate. He put his hand up. He said, I can translate, but I can't translate word by word, as in like you speak one line, then I translate. He said, I will translate after you have concluded your speech. So Prabhupada spoke for 45 minutes, and then after that Maharaj translated all the 45 minutes in Hindi. So he had heard the whole lecture, and then he translated the whole lecture. His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj ki. Yeah. So he was truly, truly surrendered, so that's the remembrance. Once when Maharaj was in year 5, there is one Ramanandi, Brahman came, and he gave him Ramcharitmanas. And he said, you should memorize this. And within 3 months, Maharaj by heart the whole Ramcharitmanas. Within 3 months. If you see, it is this thick. I don't remember how many dohas are in there, but it's really, really, really big. But he did it by heart. And then he would also partake in the Ramayana Leelas. Ram Leela, they used to happen. So Maharaj, like I said, Maharaj, there are 5 brothers. None of them entered into the Grihastha ashram. So Maharaj and Maharaj's younger brother, His Holiness Radha Raman Maharaj, so they would play Ram and Lakshman. So once there was a play, Maharaj was playing Ram and His Holiness Radha Raman Maharaj was playing Lakshman. And then the scene was, how Angad goes into the assembly of Ravan, and Angad puts his foot down, and he challenges those demons to move his foot. So the Angad got sick, and then Maharaj was asked to play the part of Angad. Maharaj said, okay. So Maharaj went and put his foot down, and the demon comes. As he challenged the demons, the demon came, and demon was to move his foot. So instead of pretending to move his foot, he actually started moving Maharaj's foot. And Maharaj got angry. He was having a gada, and he hit him with his gada. And the poor boy ended up, he lost a tooth. And then Maharaj afterwards, he went and he apologized, and he looked after him. So very, very simplicity, very, very, So Maharaj was, just to give you more, we've been talking simplicity. Maharaj was born in a small family in Bihar, I think Gururu was the name of the village, near Sasaram. Near Sasaram. He was born there. Very simple, right from the beginning. He had a natural attraction for hearing Krishna Katha, and he was so fortunate. In that village, there would be, various sadhus coming. When Krishna appeared, so many demigods, they would come to take darshan of Krishna. Once Mother Yashoda was telling Krishna, "Tu kaun hai? Who are you? All these demigods are coming to take your darshan. Lord Shiva once came, I want to take darshan of your son." So similarly, when these Vaishnavas are born, sadhus, the great personalities, they automatically start coming. It's a good sign. Prabhupada's father would ask, Prabhupada's father's name is Gaur Mohan Dey. He would ask every sadhu who come, he would ask them, please bless my son to get mercy of Srimati Radharani. So all those sadhus will come and they will tell Katha, Krishna Katha, Ram Katha to Guru Maharaj. And right from childhood he developed that natural attraction. He was relishing those pastimes. And he like I said, he was so much engrossed into Bhagavatam from the beginning. His father was worried. Bhukha mar jayega ladka. He will die of hunger. He won't have any earnings. How will he survive? But he just kept with that mood. And one day he got a magazine. It was called Kalyan Patrika. So his Shiksha Guru, as Prabhu said, he got that magazine. And in that magazine he read an article. And he was so inspired with that article that he wanted to, he wrote many letters to Hanuman Das Poddar, who is the founder of Gita Press. So he wrote many letters to him. He did not get any response back. And one day he decided to go and meet him in person. And when he saved some money, he went to meet him in person. And then he had that darshan, and that's where Prabhu said, he met Srila Prabhupada. And when he met Srila Prabhupada, this is something that Maharaj has shared in his personal conversations. So on the same day evening, Prabhupada went to take a bath in Ganges. And Srila Maharaj had heard from Srimad Bhagavatam when Bhagirath was requesting Mother Ganges to come on earth. What did Mother Ganges say? She said, I can't come there because all the sinful people will come and take bath in Ganges and I will become full of sins. But then Mother Ganges was assured that okay, sinful people will come and they will leave their sins in Ganges, but there will also be sadhus and Vaishnavas come. When they come and take a dip, all those sins will be taken away. When Maharaj heard that Srila Prabhupada is going to take a dip in Ganges, Maharaj followed him. And Maharaj says Srila Prabhupada was taking a dip there, so he made sure the water that was touching Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada's body, the same water will touch his body too. So such is the simplicity of Maharaj. So we can continue on and on, but time is also very important. So now I will request Guru Maharaj's disciples to come and say a few words. I'll request Chandan Charchit Prabhu. Where is Chandan Charchit Prabhu? Prabhu, come. And after that we'll hear from Arvind Prabhu, who just recently got initiated, Arvind Das. And then we'll also be reading the offering from Toshan Krishnadas, who is another one of the youngest disciples of Guru Maharaj. Prabhu, come. Chandan Charchit Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj ki.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधा गोविंद गोस्वामी इति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते प्रभु नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे हरे कृष्ण At first I would like to show my gratitude for all the Vaishnavas and all the Vaishnavas assembled here to hear the transcendental glories of our beloved Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for coming. And at first I would like to say thank you to my Guru Maharaj. He accepted me as his disciple. Yeah, I was rotting in this material world, sometimes in some species, sometimes in other species, sometimes in animal body, human body, demigod's body, like that. I was rotting in this material world. But he mercifully accepted me. So I would like to say thank you very much for Guru Maharaj. So thank you very much for kindly accepting me as your disciple. So thank you very much. And of course I'm not qualified to describe his transcendental glories. I'm like a newly born, I'm like a recently born in Krishna consciousness. I'm not even qualified to crawl. I have not started even to crawl in Krishna consciousness. I'm not qualified to describe his transcendental glories. Still, just like a shameless child tries to do the things that he's not qualified to do. So yeah, I'm going to describe some of his transcendental glories. So first thing is his love for Prabhupada. His love for Prabhupada. So one time Srila Prabhupada with his Western disciples came to Vrindavan. It was night time. And at the time Srila Guru Maharaj was Brahmachari at that time. And in the temple, if someone is staying in the ashram, Brahmachari, the rule is Brahmachari has to go bed at 9. At 9 p.m. Brahmachari's room light has to be off. But it was already over 9. And Prabhupada was with his Western disciples, and he saw one brahmachari room light on. And Prabhupada asked, "Whose room is that?" Like that Prabhupada asked. And then after some time Prabhupada said, "I know what's going on there. Prabhupada said like that. And Prabhupada went to that room. The room in which the light was still on after 9 p.m. Prabhupada went to that room and saw there, and at that room our Guru Maharaj was reading Srimad Bhagavatam. our Guru Maharaj was reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and after seeing Srila Prabhupada, he offered his respectful obeisances, Dandavat, and Prabhupada said, I knew it, I knew it. And he took my Guru Maharaj's name. Such and such should be reading Bhagavatam. I knew it, like that he told at that time. And next day, what happened? Next day, Prabhupada gave my Guru Maharaj one Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada told him, read this Srimad Bhagavatam and preach this Srimad Bhagavatam. Like that, Prabhupada gave him the instruction, gave him the order. And Guru Maharaj took that order by heart. And took that order by heart. And he read Srimad Bhagavatam and he preached Srimad Bhagavatam throughout the India. Not only in India, in America also, London, Africa, so many places he went and spread the message of Lord Sri Krishna or message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If we go to India, most of the people know Krishna, who Krishna is. They have heard the story of Krishna killing the Putana, Krishna playing the flute, Krishna stealing the butter, and Krishna picking the Govardhan hill. They all know the story that. And we can see, like, when we go for book distribution also sometimes, if we see the Nepali people, some Indian people, they say, yes, yes, I know Krishna, I have heard that story, I know Krishna. They say like that, and they say they know Krishna, but they don't know who is God. They don't know who is absolute truth. They don't know that relationship, their relationship with absolute truth, their relationship with Sri Krishna. They don't know that. And my Guru Maharaj, what did he do? He preached the transcendental glories of Sri Krishna in village to village, in town to town of the India. Before, the people used to be, they didn't know Krishna, they didn't know who Krishna is, they didn't know who absolute truth is. They were nirvishesh. They didn't have any idea who God is. They were nirvishesh. And even if some were inclined to spiritual things, they used to say like void meditation. Ishwar nirakar hai. God is impersonal. Like they used to say like that. But my Guru Maharaj took the order of Srila Prabhupada by heart and preached the transcendental glories of Sri Krishna. Preached the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, village to village, town to town, and changed all the people who were impersonalists before, who were voidists before, who were nirvishesh badi before. They all changed to devotee. And my Guru Maharaj did that. And next quality, his love for Krishna. His love for Krishna. So one time, I was hearing from one of the God brothers describing about my Guru Maharaj. One time, he was staying in the room and there was picture of Srimati Radharani, and in front of him there was a picture of Srimati Radharani, and he was talking with Srimati Radharani, and he was saying, when I leave my body, you please be here, like that Guru Maharaj was saying, and he was shedding incessant tears in front of Srimati Radharani like that. That's the love of our Guru Maharaj to Sri Krishna and to Srimati Radharani. And another time, it was like a bit late at night, and he was so upset. He was so upset, and he was telling to his servants, if someone is like very very upset, he like almost cries when he speaks. Please do that for me. Please do that for me. Like that they request. If someone is very very upset, they almost cry. And like that, our Guru Maharaj was also requesting his servants, please take me to Chintaharan. There is some place called Chintaharan. Please take me to Chintaharan. Like he was saying to his servants. And servants were asking him, why Guru Maharaj, why do you want to go Chintaharan at this time, so dead of the night, why do you want to go? Like that they were asking. And Guru Maharaj said, no, I'm not being able to remember Krishna. I'm not being able to remember Krishna. Please take me to Chintaharan, so that all my chinta, all my distress would be subdued. Like that Guru Maharaj was saying to his disciples. So that's the love of our Guru Maharaj to Sri Krishna. And his love for Srimad Bhagavatam, just like Subha Krishna Prabhu was saying, he was very much fond of Srimad Bhagavatam. He heard Srimad Bhagavatam from his childhood. And one time Radha Govind Prabhu was also saying, in his lecture, Guru Maharaj was from his childhood only. He had like so intense attraction to Sri Radha Govinda. And he was very very eager to see, and he used to say, I will see Sri Radha Govinda face to face, like that Guru Maharaj used to say. And like that Prabhu was mentioning, at the time of going to school, he used to go to one Babaji and he used to hear Bhagavatam. He used to hear the glories of, transcendental glories of Lord Shri Krishna from that Babaji. So that's the love of our Guru Maharaj to Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhu, as Prabhu was mentioning, Guru Maharaj, he spoke all the verses from Canto 1 to Canto 5 without checking the Bhagavatam. Like he remembers all the verses. He has done the by heart. He remembers all the 18,000 slokas. He remembered 18,000 slokas. And like when he was reading, he used to read one canto every day. One canto every day, and he used to memorize one chapter every day. So that's how he used to read Bhagavatam. And that's his love for Srimad Bhagavatam. And one time, Lal Govind Prabhu, he was sharing the story. So he was with Guru Maharaj one time, and he was asking Guru Maharaj, Maharaj, how can I serve you? How can I help you? Like that. And there was nothing to do, nothing menial service to do. And Guru Maharaj was saying, okay, I'll ask you the sloka number. You recite that sloka, like that Guru Maharaj said to Lal Govind Prabhu. And Guru Maharaj asked some slokas, tell him some sloka number. And Lal Govind Prabhu recited that sloka. And after some time, Lal Govind Prabhu finished. He couldn't recite no more. He didn't have like much memory. He couldn't recite anymore. And then Lal Govind Prabhu again asked Guru Maharaj, then what can I do now, Maharaj? Like that, Lal Govind Prabhu asked Guru Maharaj.